Hey, yeah, what's up? The disciple Marcello Currents reign back up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-America all day, and everybody with him, yeah. So we already established that it's more eye-opening when you can look at your celebrities receiving this news, people that you look up to, Snoop Dogg, Angelina Jolie, all those type of people. Martha Stewart, how would she feel about 40 states allowing adult penis to go in and penetrate female children's vagina? 40 states allows that here in America. So I'm just keep going down the list. More famous people. What about Drake? That children love, whether he likes it or not, children love him. Okay, he shows endearment for children as well. How you think Drake would feel about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children? How you think Drake would feel about that? I ain't asked you about your leaders who probably already know we don't care about them. I'm talking about your leaders under your leaders. How would they feel about that? How Drake feel about that? Huh? How Johnny Depp would feel about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children? How would Johnny Depp feel about 40 states allowing adult penis to go into children's vagina? Don't matter what age it is. We ain't talking about what age. We're talking about entities that are adults having sex with entities that are children. That's what we're talking about. How about Sylvester Stallone? How was Sylvester Stallone Rocky, that made Rocky movies, Rambo movies, who America loves and who loves America? How would he feel about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children? How about all the tough guys on the Expendables? How would they feel about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children? 40 states allowing adult penis to go into children's vagina. How would all the guys on the Expendables, all those tough guys on the Expendables, how would they feel about that? hmm How would Whitney Houston feel about that if she was alive? How would she feel about 40 states and allowing adults to have sex with children? Yeah, we got because all these people died not knowing. All these people lived here, came and went, not knowing adults had sex with children. So we gotta put them in. We gotta think about how they would respond to this. How would Bobby Brown feel about that? 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. How would Bobby Brown feel about that? How about the wrestler Ric Flair? How Ric Flair would feel about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children? How would he feel about that? 40 states allowing adult penis to go into children's vagina. How would he feel about that? Huh? How would Oprah Winfrey feel to know when she, from my understanding, was molested by an older adult, an adult? How would she feel about knowing that this country, America, allows 40 states to have sex with children? 40 states allowing adults to have penetrate children's bodies. How would she feel about that? How would Whoopi Goldberg feel about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children? I gotta do this. Hmm? How would they feel about this? How would the makers, how would Dick Wolf, who made Law and Order, made all those episodes of Law and Order, how would Dick Wolf feel knowing adults allows in America, adults are allowed to have sex with children in 40 states, adults can with adult penises can penetrate children's vaginas in 40 states. How Dick Wolf that made Law and Order would feel about that? How would he feel about that? The creator, the writer for Law and Order, how would he feel about adult penis going in children's vagina? We ain't talking about no age. In 40 states in America, and that's the law for America. How would Dick Wolf feel about that? What other show y'all like watching? Oh, CSI. The maker of CSI. I'm not sure if it's Dick Wolf too. How would the maker of CSI feel? The one that made CSI. Who all you old people sit back and love to watch? You love to watch all these Law and Order and cop shows. How would the writer of CSI, the producer of CSI, all the staff of CSI who brought that all together, that show particularly, how would they feel to know right here in America, not somewhere else, not in a third world country, right here in America, 40 states allows adults to have sex with children? How do you think the writers of CSI would feel about that? Think they agree with you? Think they want to have coffee with the people that made those laws up? Think they want to have brunch with the people that made those laws up? Yeah. And just all cop shows in general. You know, it's a genre now. I mean, you got Angela Bassett in 911. How would Angela Bassett feel knowing that adults, now she's on a cop show, portraying a cop? How would Angela Bassett feel to know adults are allowed to have sex by law with children in 40 states? It's not my information. It's not something that I wear on my neck. This is American information and laws. How would Angela Bassett feel? How would the rapper Birdman feel, being a good man that he is, that raised Lil Wayne? How would Birdman from Cash Money Records feel to know that adults are allowed to have sex with children by law in 40 states in America? How would Birdman feel about that? How would he feel? How would you think Birdman would react to know that adult penis can penetrate children's vagina in 40 states? How do you think Birdman would feel about that? Huh? Why you quiet as a church mouse? I gotta go to somebody else. Let's ask Birdman how he feels. I bet he won't be happy. I bet he won't want to have brunch with the people that made the laws if they're still alive. Yeah, I ain't playing no games with y'all. Because you sitting up knowing this information, sitting up hoping it don't get out. We got to take care of you. See, you what I call a dark patriot. You sit back and you try to protect America at all costs. You're not about integrity for me. You're not about the right things happening. You're not about a progression of any kind, unless it's progressing your pockets. That's the only progression you're about. All you tele-evangelists, all you TV Christian evangelists on TV, all of you. How do you feel knowing that your country, America, allows adult penis to go into child's vagina in 40 states in America? How all you tele-evangelists feel about that? You feel that children should be having sex with adults. You feel adults, while you're trying to check my fruit, while you're trying to check who I am, do you feel that it's biblical? Do you feel that it's okay for adult men and women in America, specifically, we ain't talking about nowhere else, adult people to be having sex with children, then turn around and witch hunts people's integrity and try to assassinate the character of other people? You think that's just? For all you Christian leaders that's sitting back acting like this is some McDonald contest, do you think adult penis should be going in children's vagina? Yes or no? I don't want to hear any other splitting of hairs. Do you believe adults should be having sex with children? Yes or no? For all you singers, all you great singers, you Brian McKnights of the world, how you feel, Brian McKnight? How you feel about that, bro? 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. How you feel about that? How you think Smokey Robinson, who's still alive, some of y'all act like y'all don't know that. How you think Smokey Robinson would feel to know in his country when he made mature songs about cruising together, that in his country, 40 states allows adults to have sex with children. Adult penis can go into children's vagina in this country in 40 states. How you think Smokey Robinson feel about that? Huh? How you think Bill Gates How do you think Bill Gates feel about that? How does Bill Gates know with all his money and all his talk about being innovative here, being innovative there, and all this stuff he talk about doing for America? How about y'all run that by him that adults can have sex with children in 40 states in America? Won't you go tell Bill Gates that little information? You ain't gonna do it. 40 states allows adult penis to go into children's vagina. Bill Gates, how will you think Bill Gates will respond to that? How you think Dr. Phil, that been on TV helping families dysfunction, how do you think Dr. Phil would feel if somebody told him on his show, you know what? 40 states allows adults to have sex with children, Dr. Phil. So basically, you're working against that because that allows the door to be open for adults to have sex with children with all his psychology caliber. How do you think Dr. Phil would feel about adults having sex with children by law in 40 states in America, which is the majority, leaving only 10 states left after that? How do you think Dr. Oz would feel about that? Well, he's trying to show you the healthy way to be. He's trying to show you the healthy way to do things. He's trying to show you the healthy way to maintain. How do you think Dr. Oz would feel about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children? Think he'd be for that? Because y'all stuck on 1 or 2, 3 people. There's no way in the world you can tell me all these people I've named, the Johnny Depps, Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt. There's no way in the world you can tell me these people will agree with this. Okay? I don't want to be your leader. I don't want to be anything for you. I want you to realize that America as a system has not clearly, we always thought this in many ways, but we now know for sure this country has never been the country it portrayed itself to be. That's all. I want you to understand this. I want you to rebel against a system that you do not agree with. You don't stand with something you agree with. The Bible says, how can 2 walk together unless they agree? If you don't agree, how can you walk with America? How can you walk with America and you don't agree? You don't agree with that. The Bible says, how can 2 walk together unless they agree? Unless they agree. That's for all you Christians. There's no way out of this. All the gay people of the world wouldn't even agree with this. Actuality, they're some of the best, they've been some of the best babysitters endeared with children. How do you think these gay people feel about 40 states allowing adult penis to penetrate females' vagina, children's vagina? How do you think the LGBTQ community feels about that? While some of them are trying to adopt, how do you think they feel about 40 states allowing adult penis to penetrate females' children's vagina? How do you think the LGBTQ community feel about that? Think they feel that's wise? Do you think they feel that's wise? With many of them having been through child abuse themselves, do you think they feel being a recipient, most of them, being a recipient of real childhood sexual acts, not cut and paste stuff to make them seem like a victim? That's why they're still doing what they're doing, because they learned it early. Go ask them how they feel about 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. Go ask them. Yeah, nobody agrees with that, but these dark patriots that's trying to hide it. These dark American patriots. Go ask the Native Americans. How do you think the Native Americans feel about adult penis going into children's vaginas in 40 states in America? Go ask all the tribes of Native Americans and ask them how they feel about that. How do you think they would feel to know that you established a land that allows 40 states to have sex with children? How do you think they would feel about that? That's what you actually established. Once you got established as a country, you established 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. You think they feel that the land is being used properly? When on the land, adults are able to have sex with the children in 40 states. You think they feeling that? You think they think that's some good thing? You think they think that's a good thing coming from you? They rape their land? You think they think that's a noble thing coming from you with how you did them? How you created slavery, how you destroyed the Native American tribes' land, which it was their land, or you all are foreigners if you're not a Native American, and you think they feel great about you coming here and establishing 40 states allowed adults to have sex with children. You think they feel great about that? You think they feel you think they feel you're doing the right thing? You think they feel that you had the right intentions in mind after destroying them, the Trail of Tears, African slavery? You think they think that you had the right intentions with allowing adults to have sex with children? There ain't nothing you can do to sidestep this, buddy. You have no choice. You have no choice but to let it all go. We finally got you. See, in America, everybody was bracing themselves for the bombs, the nukes. They're bracing themselves for some type of invasion. And it didn't happen like that. The invasion was, if you will, the truth coming out. The lack of morality, the corruption. These are the things that you can't blame nobody else for. These are the things that found you out. Meanwhile, you're locking up people all the time for being guilty of being who are innocent of things you accuse them of, and they go to 20 years. Meanwhile, you allow children to have sex with adults in 40 states. It's just too much for you to survive. It's too much. Honestly, if you had some type of noble character and honorable character, you shouldn't even want to live. What are you going to do after this? You got COVID-19, you witch hunted all across the country playing a McDonald's contest. This is a Dunkin' Donut operation. That's how corny it is. You got a Dunkin' Donut operation, a McDonald's contest going on, sponsored by morons that don't know that 40 states allows adults to have sex with children. Now, what are you going to do after this? Honestly, what you should think of is this. Go ahead, now, in yourself. The Bible says this. Jesus Christ said, if you offend one of his little ones, which is his people, if you offend one of his little ones, you might as well take a chain, wrap it around your neck, and put a milestone on it and kill yourself. That's what Jesus Christ said. You've offended me. You've offended good people. You should go ahead and kill yourself. I don't know what you think you're going to be. You're going to survive and be nothing. You're going to survive and never live the truth. You're going to survive and never have lived in good character and won. It's one thing to win and not have any character. It's one thing to win and have character. I beat you with character. I beat you never giving in to all your lies. I beat you overcoming everything that you threw out against me. I beat you. And I'm still here with my character. I'm still here pure in my mind, heart, and soul. Boom. And I found out along the way, 40 states allows adults to have sex with children. That's the final nail in the coffin. You can't blame nobody but yourself. Like I always say in my videos, who you mad at? Me or yourself? All the people that been shamed for being sleazy and easy, all the men and women of the world have been shamed, men and women of America that have been shamed for being sleazy and easy. 40 states allows adults to have sex with children right here in America. While they were judging you while you was on the boulevard. While they were judging you on the boulevard, they were guilty of allowing adults to have sex with children. They were guilty of that while they were judging you for being who you were. They They were guilty of that all along. While they were judging you on the avenue, while they were judging you when you were doing what you were doing, while they were doing that, judging you, they were guilty of 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. They were guilty of that the whole entire time. While they were judging you. While they were judging all the Catholics, while they judging all these Catholics, talking about, all these religious people, while they talking about all these religious people, while they talking about all these people that they feel that are monsters of the world, while all these Americans been talking about Catholic priests molest children. Meanwhile, at the same time, during those times, 40 states allowed adult penis to penetrate female children's vagina. How can they look at this? How can they look at the Catholic priest as a monster when you've opened the door to a monster of sex between adults and children? How can you blame the Catholic priest and make him the nucleus of pedophile monsters when the nucleus of pedophilia monstery, if you will, is 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children? That's the foundation. That's the program. That is what caused your community throughout the decades, not the years, the decades, to really never be able to blame anyone, in my opinion, unless it's horrific. Even then, you've opened the door. This throws out all pedophilia culture cases to me. It throws it all out. Because how can you open the door and then complain about what's happening? Explain it to me. How can you open the door to allowing adults to have sex with children, but complain about it? How can you do it? That's like saying, adults can have sex with children. These adults with these children, that's good, but y'all behave. Y'all stick by the guidelines. What human being you know is going to do that? What human being you know is going to do that? You ain't got no way out. You can't warfare your way out. You can't do nothing to set yourself free from this reality because it's law. It's not even an action. It's not even like the corruption of Watergate with Richard Nixon. It's not a Watergate situation. No, these are laws that are established in your community that is in complete contrast of the American culture and community's perspectives and beliefs about adults, adult sexuality and child sexuality. This is in complete contradiction and contrast to what you have produced in the media, what you have produced on the internet, movie-wise, music-wise. Everything you have produced is a complete contrast to 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. It's a complete contrast. This is a complete, not even half, a complete, when it's a majority of the when it's the majority of the country that has agreed with this perspective. It's a contrast to everything that we've believed. Yet they have witch hunt so many different people. And you sitting up with 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. You sitting up with that while you sitting up with your mind on the community. While you sitting up with your mind on everybody. That's police, FBI, CIA, that's all of you. While you sitting up with your mind on the community, you ain't got your mind on 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. That's working backwards, which is working backwards. That's working backwards. Ain't nothing you can say. What you gonna say? Well, what? Well, no. It's nothing, it's usually, and not even to mention, if you just think that age is okay, what 16 and 17-year-olds that you know in America, I would just say presently, but we can go to the 80s or 90s or the early 2000s. The first, we can go from the 80s to the present, to 1980 to the present. We could do it all. I could just use the present. What 16 and 17-year-old American children, we're talking about specifically here, are responsible enough financially to have a baby, to take care of a baby? Even the most well-behaved 16 and 17-year-olds in America cannot financially take care of a child. They can't do it. They just can't do it. They're not mature enough. So not only just for the age, it's for the lack of financial immaturity that they're at. The stage of financial immaturity that they're at. They should not be having sex because a baby can be produced. So out of wisdom, because they're financially immature, they should not be allowed to have any sex by law. You're allowing them to have sex by law when they're not even financially mature. How are you mad at me or yourself? Who is the American government